Folks, today I would like to talk to you as a response to one of the very important question one of the viewers, English viewers, asked me today as a comment. You can also go and watch that comment, and there is a link to someone the viewer calls as a master based in Mumbai. And his problem is he is very genuine. He is genuinely interested in resolving this discrepancy between what his master told him and what I am telling in the earlier video, English video, where I was emphasizing again unconditional love. One has to have that unconditional love. And I told him, I told in the video, many videos, that there are many places in the past videos I've been talking about this unconditional love, especially the self-realization and unconditional love. That English video, I talked about it. Anyway, now, first of all, let's understand his question. His question is this. According to his master, who is based in Mumbai, there is a free will independent of the ego. That's what it seems to be. So this gentleman who is asking the question is asking, how can I have free will to love everybody, since it is above this, or free is beyond my ego? So he's making I'm going to explain this very clearly. He's making this two misunderstandings. One is that there is a free will beyond this mind ego, according to his master. Whoever be that master, this is the problem with all these masters. They have never been beyond their mind. They follow one of these margas, Jnana Marg, or Bhakti Marg, or Kriya Yoga, or whatever it is. And then they assume there is something called free will. If you Google what is a free will, it will say the free will is based on your desire or your action based on your beliefs. Where are these beliefs? In the mind. Where is this ego that he is talking about? It is in the mind. So this free will, this master of him, a master or his master, viewer's master, is talking about is in the mind, in the ego. Lots of Hindus, they are dividing this mind into various parts, and they are saying the intellect-based action is a free will, or there is a free will. They imagine there is a free will beyond mind. Where is that? Is anybody? Anybody has identified what is free will? Everybody is at the mental level, mind level. In the mind level, they are thinking that there is something called a free will, and they are saying that they probably told this gentleman, there is a free will, you need free will, which is beyond mind, in order to love everybody. Or at least this gentleman's understanding is. Folks, there is no such thing as a free will. It's always the mind that dictates you what you should do at any moment. whether you are a yogi, whether you are reached samadhi yoga and come back, whether you have millions and millions of followers, whether it is Ramana Maharishi, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, or whoever it is, their free will is a concept in their mind. Nothing more than that. So now that's first misunderstanding that he had. I want to clear this. There is no such thing as free will. It's all whatever mind says, you act. If your mind says that I should worship Shiva, worship. That's your mind dictates you. You are not even aware of it many times. And if the mind says you are born in a Vaishnava family, so you should not worship Shiva. You should worship Vishnu. Where is this belief? It is in the mind. Where is how the mind was formed? By interacting this world. Whatever you have interacted after you were born, after you interacted with this world and collected all these thoughts, that you are born in a Vaishnava family or a Saivite family or as an Indian or a Christian, Hindu, Muslim, etc., etc. So, first point I want to make it to the gentleman is, there is no such thing as a free will. Please ask your master, how does he know that the free will is beyond mind? If he says, I got it through Jnana Marg or from my guru, forget it. All the Jnana Margs, whatever the guru told is in your mind, that master's mind. And that's what he is telling, that there is something called a free will beyond mind's desire. Okay, this is the first thing that you need to tell, and I also want everybody to note that there is no such thing as a free will. You always act as according to what the mind says. Whoever it is, whether you are a yogi or be great man, great Jnana Marg yogi or whatever, to tell you the truth, the ultimate, the eternal unknown that I am talking about, what the Hindus talking about as a Brahman, has created this world dictated by its mind, the darkness that as soon as he comes out of deep sleep, he becomes two. One is the I feeling, that I am feeling, and the darkness surrounding by the darkness surrounding. The darkness surrounding creates creates the impression to this I am feeling, that there is something called word, walk, and it gives a feeling that it is separating, and it has created these three eyes, as I told you. And when I look at those three eyes, I see three divine jyotis, which underlie, I have been telling everybody, that in which they underlie the human beings, universe, world. I also told that one, that is me, after seeing, when I see the golden light, and then I become attracted by that, I think my body is golden light. That's what it thinks. It has no free will. The one which is in the golden light, the I am, the golden light, is dictated by the golden light to make that I am to think that my body is golden light. Same way with the other lights. So no, there is even at the top level, the beyond the one who is beyond the creation, which I know very well. Not that master has never seen. None of the masters, nobody, including Ramana Maharishi or Ramakrishna Paramahamsa or any of these Gurujis, none of them have reached that state. They don't know what is beyond, before creation. They doesn't know there is no free will. The one who is before the one who is before the three divine lights were created, it was surrounded by the darkness. And that I am thinks that I am surrounded by darkness. I am darkness. That's what it thinks. That the mind dictates. The darkness is the mind. And that tells clearly that you are dark. So it has nobody, no one has a free will, my dear friends. If anybody is fooling you, they have been fooled by somebody else. That's all to it. So this is the most important first point that I want to make it. Okay. Now, so the gentleman asked the second related question. How can I with the free will, without the free will, I can love everybody? Did I use the word free will when I was talking about unconditional love of a child? No, never. I have never used that word free will. What I said is this: that child, 1-month-old child, for example, before its mind is formed, it smiles, that child smiles at everybody unconditionally. Whether that person who is appearing is a mother, it doesn't know. The child doesn't know it's a mother. The figure is mother, who is feeding, mother or not. Anybody, any religion, a Christian who passes by, it smiles. Same way. So what I said, catch this phrase clearly. I said its nature, the child's nature is unconditional love. Why? Because look at each and every child in the whole world, whether the child is born as a Hindu or a Christian or in India, America, wherever it is, every child smiles at everybody unconditionally with love, the lots of love. That's why I said it is the nature of a child. So I didn't say anything free will, it has a free will. No, I didn't say that. Now, then I said, okay, this is your real nature. And afterwards, after your mind started forming, you started all kinds of information from the world. Then you are being dictated by the thoughts of your mind. In fact, you think your mind is the dictator of your behavior. No. The mind itself is a reflection of all the things that you learn from other people, that you have learned from your media, from your books. Whatever you read about America, that's in your mind, though you are born in India, that dictates what you should do next. Whether I should study information technology and come to United States to make money or not. That's what your mind says. So it's in your mind. All these things are mine. Now, I want to specifically mention one of the great minds everybody worships, all the yogis, because one of the viewers who has connection with me through WhatsApp asked me, he said, he had a hard time understanding this unconditional love. He was saying, I have meditated. Meditation comes to me naturally. I have meditated and I found out I am a being because there is no thought. I am a being. And everybody else that I see as being. That's what I see. This is my realization. I asked him, what made you to think that everybody else is a being? And he quoted Ramana Maharishi, a long quote. What Ramana Maharishi said. So, his mind has accumulated what Ramana Maharishi said, and then it thinks that everybody is a being. It is not your nature. It's not your. When you are born, you don't have that idea. Everybody is a being. It's an acquired. You acquired all this by interacting with the ignorant people, including Ramana Maharishi. He says, I am Atma. There is somebody called Paramatma. I haven't read Ramana Maharishi fully. I have never read anybody. Find out who you are. Who am I? That's his main thing. I told him in one of the recently published video, you can never know who you are. Whatever you know you are is based on what you have accumulated from the world around you, whatever books you have read, including Ramana Maharishi. Ramana Maharishi has read all kinds of stuff. And he used his jnana mark, which is only one part of the mind, intellect, to conclude that he is Atma and there is a Paramatma somewhere. All these things are conclusions based on what he read and what he thought about using his own mind. He never has gone beyond mind, though clearly every religion, including Hindu religion, says God is beyond human mind. And you are sitting at the level of human mind, imagining all kinds of things as like I am a being and everybody else I'm seeing as a being. Then that gentleman asked me, not the one who asked me this question regarding this, the free will, how can I use free will to love everybody? The viewer who said about his master in Mumbai. This gentleman is different. So I am both to everybody again. I'm telling you, how can you love unconditionally? Because it's your nature. All that you have to do is you have to just discard, throw away all the things that you have learned since childhood. Because at that level of a childhood, you loved everybody and you forgot all about it because your mind has formed and the mind has created all kinds of ideas, and you think you are a Hindu, You were born in India, and so on, so on. So it's not really your nature. You have to throw away all these things that your mind has learned. Then the question is, how can I live if I throw away everything? For example, the child, there is a mother, father to take care of the child. But if I behave like a child, who will take care of me? Valid question. I have told many times in my videos, even in that self-realization and unconditional love video, I said that you need this mind to live in this world, to study, to make money. You need food. To have food, you have to study and work. Whatever you are, whether you are a businessman or not, you have to work, earn money, and you have to live it, live in this world. If you are married, you have to take care of your family. For that, you need money. You need this money to live in this world. To how to go from for example, from Mumbai to New York. What should I do to go from Mumbai to New York? Or from in one of your own roads, from one city to another city, how to go there? You need your mind. It is the mind which has all this information, human mind. There is nothing wrong in having the mind. But if the mind thinks that there is something beyond, there is something called free will, which is not needed to make to make a living. If you think I'm going to do a jnana marg and realize God, you don't need that in order to live in this world, to make money and live. That is something which is not essential. That is something you are using to completely mask your real nature, which is that of a childhood, 1 month old childhood, whose nature is love unconditionally. It's your nature. You don't have to do anything except throw away all the junk. Like, how can I don't have a free will. Without a free will, how can I love unconditionally? I told how to do that. Just when you look at somebody else, your neighbor, or your wife, your husband, your child, think of them as the child. Just like you are a child, and you are a child, you saw how the child is behaving, right? The same way everybody, including your husband or a neighbor, everybody was a child once. And that is in the background of that person. It is his or her real nature. But that person has forgotten that, has accumulated all kinds of junk on top of his real nature. So he has a fake I, what you call ego, a kind of a mask around him. So when you look at him, don't look at that mask. It is it is through the mask when he's acting, he's behaving all this in a different way. He's trying to hurt you. He is trying to teach you as a free will. There is something called a free will. It's a mask. whatever he has learnt by reading books from so-called guru and so on, so on. That is the mask he has. Pierce through that mask. Always see that, on that 1-month-old child. If that person is trying to hurt you, just move away. Protect yourself. I didn't say that you should not protect yourself. Protect yourself. Don't hurt him. Move away. I'm sorry, I don't want to talk to you any further. Move away. But do not hate that person, because he is doing it because he has forgotten his real nature of loving unconditionally. That's why he is trying to hurt you. Realize that and move away. So like this, never ever learn anything new about God and loving everybody unconditionally using the other people's lecture. You are putting more junk on your mask, and that makes you more and more forget your real nature, which is it's your nature, my dear friends, to love everybody and unconscious. It's your nature. Just like a plant, for example, it leans towards the sun to make food, because that's where the plant will be able to make more food for its life, for living. It's its nature. Nobody has told that plant, okay, here is what my master, here I am a master. You just turn towards the sun. That's then only you can make a lot of money. Sorry, a lot of food. Did that plant hear any such master to tell that plant? No, it just behaving its nature. It just is living like a nature. It's by its own nature. So your real nature is love everybody unconditionally. And whatever I said, I didn't invoke any of your gods, your religious gods. I didn't invoke a Hindu god or Upanishad or any such thing. I just said what you can observe in the world yourself. Look at that. You don't know your real nature because you have accumulated all kinds of things. But look at your child or somebody else's child. That child loves everybody. Then you look at another child. That also loves everybody unconditionally. Then I must have been like this when I was 1 month old, when I was born. That is your real nature. Do you have to do any jnana mark to do this, to understand this? It's a simple logic. You don't need a free will, any such thing. You have to understand that you have a mask. By living, you have created a mask of how to live. You have to have lots and lots and lots of money. You may be a billionaire now, but you have to make more billions. That's what the word says. Then you heard it. And then you are behaving according to what your mind says. And then you can never, of course, you cannot love other person. You cannot love a person on the street begging without any money, because you will be so busy with your billionaire friends going to their marriage and all. So If you understand, everybody that you see they have a mask. It's not their real nature. And your own mask, it's not your real nature. If you understand this, you will be able to live unconditionally loving everybody. But at the same time, you will use your normal human mind to make money without hurting anybody else. With loving everybody unconditionally, you can make money. And that's what I have been teaching. So, my dear friend who raised the question, please understand. If you have more question, if anybody else also has more question, ask, I will answer. Go and tell your master in Mumbai. This is what I told him. Talk to you soon, folks.